How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another real Gwent game with myself and my friend. So my friend is going to choose who goes first. He's guessing heads, and heads it is. So he wants me to go first, so I use a card to begin with, and that's fine. So I'm Matthew. I'm going to be playing Monster Deck, which is my favourite deck this game. I am pretty much your host here, and my friend Gareth, he's going to be playing Nilfgaard for us. So Heart of Stone is actually out. It's been out for about 2 or 3 weeks. It takes a while to everyone to find out all the cards and find images of them and then make the cards. So we finally got them captured, made and printed ready. So they're available to us now. So what we did on this first game is to just build decks that we feel would benefit from the DLC cards. So there's a few, because we haven't played in a while, there are a few continuity errors, just like no life gems. We will fix that as soon as someone loses, don't worry about that. So as the monster player, I took actually quite a few cards. One of the ones that I took is the new leader ability for Monster Deck, which is Eredin the Treacherous. This will double the strength of all spies, which I feel is going to be really good against Nilfgaard, since their main objective is mass spies, and they're quite expensive spies too, compared to Northern Realms. I also took the muster ability Gaunter Dim. That's 4 cards, 1, 2 and 3 4s. Strength cards. I also took Cow for the Bovine Defense Force later on, because I've got an interesting strategy around that, which I'll talk into actually in the next video, because it makes a showing there. So I started playing down my Neckers. This is just a base to get some strength on the board, because I have to go first. I'm expecting him to play spies, which hopefully he will, because they will get doubled. So my opponent, Gareth, in his Nilfgaard deck only actually chose 1 card to replace. And it's these 2 cards shown here. Basically it's just a pure power creep. It's the same strength, but this one has an extra ability of increasing its line by 1 strength, and it actually has the agile ability, so you can put it on either line. So it's just a pure power creep, pretty much makes the overcard obsolete now, which is unfortunate. So he did place down a spy, but it's a 0 strength spy, so excellent, that doesn't even work. Okay. I think I chose Arrakis over anything else I had in my hand, because I wanted the safety in case he tried to scorch things later on. Not that he wouldn't scorch the Neckers, but I didn't want to risk that. So I've got a nice lead on strength. I feel like it's a good idea for the monster player myself. I'll probably pass the turn here, depending on what's played. That's what I was expecting to do. That's the card. Right, a nice 7 strength spy, which actually gets doubled to 14 as the passive buff. So Eredin the Treacherous leader ability that I have is passive. Like I said, the gemstones are not there. We'll do that as soon as I lose this first round and put them all back, because we forgot about that. But it's passive, so you don't actually get to use it. So it's good that it doubles it forever, but it doubles them on the opponent's side as well, which is bad. But as monsters, you won't have any apart from your 0 strength hero one, unless you decoy and then use it again. But if you're going for this monster leader ability, you will not use decoys on spies. It's pretty much guaranteed, unless you've got a Biting Frost, which has just been played. Now I knew who was going to play Biting Frost, which is unfortunate, but I really didn't have many ranged or siege options to me, so that's unfortunate. And he can beat that easily with 2 cards. He was 2 cards ahead, but I did actually have a duplicate. The gemstones have come back. Okay, alright. So I actually want, you see me do a little power fist there. I wanted the spy to stay on there because it stops him getting out of my discard pile, really good. you know, because it stays on the board. But it also gets doubled to 14 strength straight off the bat. So I think this is an excellent use of that hero leader ability, Eredin the Treacherous. Perfect use. It couldn't have been better, really. I'm getting to use that again. We'll move that Biting Frost off soon. We forget about that as well. A lot of errors in this gameplay. Okay, a nice 15 strength. Alright. Right, putting on my vampires. Now, in the physical game, in the physical cards that were released with Heart of Stone, the vampires were nerfed to all 4 strength. But in game, it's still 5 strength and 4, 4, 4, 4. So we are keeping it in line with in game. It's quite a big nerf. It means they're a lot more susceptible to Scorch if they're all 4 strength, rather than having one that's 5, because then that one get targeted by Scorch instead. There's a couple of balance issues we've had to address, like in the physical game for the original Witcher 3 Collector's Edition, what are they called? The Young Emissaries were actually converted into spies, so Nilfgaard would have 5 spies, that's just a bit too much. I mean, they're already very powerful. They're probably the best deck because of their amount of spies. Not just the amount of spies, because Northern Realms have the same, but they can use medic ability and decoys to just triple how effective they are, and the leader ability. So having more spies is just, it was a stupid idea. So I don't know why they balanced that. I got the feeling it might have been a misprint, to be honest, because all it was just the added leader ability was changed from Bond to Spy, and I think that was just an error. Okay, so we've got Gauntro Dim there. I don't know why the genie's only like two strengths. It's a bit peculiar to me, but fair enough. A Dandelion, which doesn't increase the strength too much, but is reasonable. Now what's really annoying here is I'm having to use cards. Even though I feel like I was ahead in strength by quite a long way, and I still kind of am due to the spies, I'm still in the same situation where I'm running out of cards because he's got such an advantage. He's just forcing me to play my crappy cards, and I can't give up. If I give up, then he's just probably going to just beat me. You know what I mean? Okay, so he's weakening me. Still I'm fine. I mean, I would like to probably give up somewhere, but we are quite close in strength. So I didn't actually get Cow in this particular game. We'll be talking about the Cow in the next game. And the next game we're going to do something special-ish. We're going to actually make more of an effort to use more of the cards, especially the Nilfgaard side, because he only changed the one card. And we're going to discuss his leader ability, which is going to be an interesting discussion, I think. Nilfgaard new leader ability. I think Monster and Squirtle have the best leader abilities in the DLC, and I was forced to play my Crones. Okay, again, I really wish I wouldn't have to play that, but what I'm kind of betting on now is that he's going to pass, because obviously he thinks he's kind of won because I've wasted a lot of my cards, and then I'm going to hope that I get to keep a powerful card on the deck and he hasn't got a way to deal with it. That's pretty much what I have to deal with when I'm monsters in this sort of situation. And most games against Nilfgaard seem to follow this way, unless he has like a really bad hand. Okay, he has passed. He did specify that he thought he could beat me, because I've only got one card left. He said, I think I can beat you this turn, actually. But he's going to play it safe. So I had 14 cards, and I drew number 1, so it's reasonable. I would have wanted number 4, which is the Spy again. But that would have been 14 instead of 6. Monsters are not really... They haven't really got anything higher than 6 strength that they can keep on the board, because you can't keep heroes. I mean, you could probably do some neutral cards now. Some neutral cards are 8 strength, 7, like the dragon, for instance. There we go. So he's using his leader ability. This is the Old Faithful, really the best Nilfgaard leader ability, in my opinion. I think it needs a nerf. I've said this before, and I still think they should do it. Basically, the leader ability that he has and the monster leader ability, which allows me to draw a card out of my own discard pile, they both take 2 turns to use. So, because it takes it into your hand rather than playing it instantly. This just wastes 2 turns. And for Nilfgaard, who has such a card advantage anyway, making the opponent, you know, wasting 2 of your own turns is a big deal. You know what I mean? So I think they need to nerf that so it's only when you draw it out, it plays it instantly. So these are all the cards he had. He obviously pulled his spy out, 14 damage, scorched it immediately. It's just that was pretty impossible. So I guess we were thinking about whether I played a bit too much on the first round. I didn't know if he had another spy though at the point, did I? So he played the 0 strength spy. I didn't know if he had another one, and I feel like I needed to kind of push something else. But Biting Frost. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I think I got a few clear weathers in the deck. They obviously didn't make an appearance. I got Torrential Rain, I think. So probably exchange that in the future. But next game, we're gonna look at Nilfgaard cards more in depth, and a different variety of the DLC cards will make an appearance in the next game. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.